Hi everybody, my name is Taina and I'm really excited to finally get these videos out. I've been planning on putting all of the pictures and videos that I took on my trip to Thailand and Vietnam last November together for a while now. So we're finally here and we're finally gonna actually do it. So I'm super excited about that. Now, before I get into like all of the like trip stuff, I really wanted to give a bit of a background on the trip. So for me personally, I feel like the most important part of a trip, what can really make or break it, are the people that are on the trip. And I was lucky enough to have honestly amazing people, amazing friends from college that actually experienced all this with me. So first and foremost was my girl Sarah. Now Sarah's really the mom of the group. She is kind of there for you whenever you need her. She's a very outgoing, extroverted person, whereas I'm more of like a you're looking at me, don't look at me, don't touch me kind of person. So naturally we got along great. We met sophomore year of college. She had just gotten back from studying abroad, and by that point I kind of had already infiltrated her friend group, so she kind of had to put up with me. But we became really close friends. We ended up rooming together both junior and senior year, and we're still friends to this day. And I was just really happy to share the whole Thailand Vietnam thing with her. And along with Sarah was our friend Diego. Now Diego was really essential to this trip because he was our navigator pretty much the whole entire time. I'm personally directionally challenged. I don't know where I am or where I'm going most of the time. Like, honestly, if you were to put me in the woods and told me that like, oh, like civilization is about like 2 miles that way, I'd look at you like you darn lost your mind, because I'm not making it. I'd probably just start my own civilization right where I was at, because I'm not getting out of the woods. It's just not gonna happen. I feel like God knew that about me. Like, he made sure, God is good, he made sure I was born during a time where there was like GPS on your cell phone. So I'm just saying. You done? You was talking about Diego. Right, Diego. Yes, Diego is just an amazing friend, amazing human being. We met, I actually don't remember meeting Diego. He's kind of one of those people who show up in your life and you're just kind of like, oh, hi. And then they just never go away, which I'm very thankful for. Diego's always a good time. I always have a good time when I'm around him. What? Man's right there. Along with Diego was my third friend, Nini. Nini is pretty much like sunshine in human form. She's always super happy, always super bubbly, and always like sharing that with you and always making everyone around her feel really good. She was actually the first person that I met. We met freshman year and we ended up also rooming together along with another friend of ours in a triple sophomore year. So I've known Nini longest. We bonded over food and cute boys, and as far as I'm concerned, that's like the basis for any stable relationship. So yeah, that pretty much made up my like travel squad. So it was Diego, Sarah, Nini, and myself. So the four of us didn't just wake up one day and decide, let's go to Thailand. I feel like the trip really happened because of my girl Pinata. Now, Pinata and I have a different meet story. We weren't introduced through like mutual friends or anything like that. We met in Charlie's class. We had a class together in college junior year, and we became struggle buddies. We struggled through that class together. We were on that struggle bus. No, that's a lie. She was on the bus. I was driving the bus. She got on and off the bus. I was with that bus from the beginning to the end. But that's kind of why we ended up going to Thailand. Before graduation, everybody started talking about how, you know, we're all going our separate ways. People are gonna go back home. Other people are gonna go to different cities for jobs and everything like that. And we really started planning like how we would like meet up with somebody. Oh, I can see you at this person's wedding, or we can like grab brunch one of these days in DC or something like that. And then Pinata informed us that she was gonna be going back to Thailand, which is where she's from, after we graduated. That's when talk about planning a trip to like Thailand to visit her started. And everybody was like, oh my goodness, yes, we should totally do this. Taina, you down? I was like, yeah, for sure. Yeah. Oh yeah, no, yeah. Like, what? I honestly never thought it was gonna happen. I said yeah, because I really didn't think they were all gonna be able to come together and actually make this happen. So imagine my surprise that like a little over a year later, a year after we graduated, I get a text from Sarah that's like, oh, so-and-so, and myself, we're planning this Thailand trip in November. You coming? Excuse me? What? What are you even saying right now? It was kind of my reaction to that whole thing. I lied to her. I told her that I couldn't go because I was afraid of flying that far. When in reality, the real reason was because I was too afraid to ask my parents. I wasn't even gonna open the can of worm. I was like, it's not gonna happen. Just go in your little corner and cry it out and just call it a day. You know what I mean? It wasn't gonna happen, so I wasn't even gonna ask, you know, for permission to go. And if you're wondering why a college graduate would need her parents' permission to travel like to Thailand with friends, then you're not Haitian. You're not. And if you are, then you're not of the female persuasion. You're a dude. There's absolutely no way. No. Like, what was I supposed to do? Stroll up to my parents and be like, oh, mami, papi, avant bliye, mte vle fè nou konnen kon sa, ke mwen gen pou m'voyager pou m'al la Chine. Okay, so I'm not sure why the only Asian country that parents, like Haitian parents, know is China. Like, I don't know why. No matter how many times I told my parents I was going to Thailand, they'd always be like, oh, Taina, fem sonje ki la koko gen pou al la Chine? Never. I'm not going. Like, what? At one point, I just stopped correcting them. I was just be like, oh, yeah, no, I'm going to China in November. Yeah. Oh, mami, papi, avant bliye, mte vle fè nou konnen kon sa, ke mwen gen pou m'voyager pou m'al la Chine, en novembre. Ouais? Avec kek zami mwen yo, ba vreman konnen yo. Ok, d'accord. Oh, et puis you know yo son garçon. In what world? Tell me, please, because I'd love to go there. In what world was that gonna fly? I mean, seriously. So at that point, I just kind of resigned myself that I wasn't gonna be part of this experience with my friends. It just wasn't gonna happen. So I turned to like my church friends. I turned to my Haitian friends. I thought they'd understand kind of where I was coming from and my fear and asking my parents, but no, they turned on me. They were like, Taina, you're being an idiot. Like, ask your parents. They're cool. They're like cool people. Which, what? But yeah, they were like, you should ask your parents, Taina. And that got me thinking. I felt like maybe I needed to reevaluate my options a little bit. So let's go through them together, right? So okay. Option 1, don't ask my parents and don't go to Thailand. Fair, right? Okay, makes sense. Option 2, ask my parents and still don't go to Thailand because they said no. Good? Okay, cool. Option 3, there was no option 3. At this point in my mind, there was absolutely no way that I was going to Thailand, but I figured I'd ask. With option 2, at least I put it out there into the universe. So really, I wanted to take it on a little test drive, so I decided to ask my aunt first, my Tati Lolo. She's really the one who encouraged me to ask my parents. I brought it up to her super casually. I was like, oh, Tati, I got these friends out here trying to go to China or whatever. I was thinking of joining them, like, what do you think? And she was surprisingly chill about it. I was pleasantly surprised. I was like, huh. Okay, maybe I can ask my parents. So from the time that I talked to my aunt to the time that I actually asked my parents, there was like a week in between where I was just praying. I was like, Jesus, Lord Almighty, if you can work this miracle for your girl, I know that this trip was meant for me. Then I would know that no matter where I am in Thailand or Vietnam, that I would be safe, because it would be a miracle for me to just even get there. That was kind of like the whole prayer the whole time. Like, I really wasn't expecting them to say yes. When they said no, I was just gonna be like, okay, I asked, whatever. Like, I wasn't gonna like rebel and go anyways. That's what, no. I'm not gonna cross oceans in a plane with malédiction on me. Nah, I needed my parents' blessings for this. And when they gave it to me, I was so surprised. I walked out of that room so slowly, just kind of waiting for the other shoe to drop, but it didn't. So yeah, with that yes, shockingly from my parents, we were ready to go. We were prepared. Diego, Sarah, Nini, and I, we were ready to go. Meticulously plan out this trip, because that's just the kind of person I am. And honestly, we were all super excited about it, because iPhone Pinata just it's not the same as the real deal.